Nice to meet you. Are you living in the city?
But my kid goes to school in Mississauga, and he was late this morning.
On a cold morning in late January, Paul Lonergan walked into our little podcast studio full of excitement, and he plopped a small plastic bag on the table. He wanted to show me something.
So, in here is a little Christmas tree.
Uh-huh. It was the sweetest little, maybe 5-inch Christmas tree on a wooden base with flashing lights and frosted branches. I had no idea where Paul was going with this miniature reminder of the holiday just passed, but hey, I love Christmas, and I was curious.
And in my office, I keep a bigger tree. My friends and clients that come in go, "What are you doing? It's not Christmas, it's August." I go, after what I've been through, each day's a gift. That's why I leave the tree.
For Paul, the Christmas tree has come to represent something far more consequential. Within the past year, he completed treatment for what doctors call oropharyngeal cancer, a 5-syllable name for throat cancer. Chemotherapy and radiation worked. He was in remission. Relief came first, then the quieter, more persistent fear of relapse, something shared by most cancer patients. Even after treatment, tiny traces of tumor cells can break away and spread, setting the stage for the cancer to return. Until recently, the shedding and spreading has often gone undetected until it's too late. Facing that nerve-wracking prospect, Paul was invited to join a clinical trial designed to detect those lingering cancer cells at the most microscopic level, opening the door to earlier and more effective treatment, if they are found, if successful. This is Carry the Fire, a podcast by the Princess Margaret Cancer Foundation featuring inspiring personal stories about what happens when world-leading doctors, researchers, and their patients come together to ignite breakthroughs in cancer diagnostics, research, and treatment. This is a podcast about innovation and radical hope. I'm your host, Lisa Laflamme. In this episode, a revolutionary new approach to catching leftover cancer in the body early and treating it before it's too late. Tell me who you were before all of this happened, health-wise. Were you a guy with a Christmas tree in your pocket? Were you a guy with a Christmas tree in your office? Who was Paul before all this started?
I would work very hard, but I drank too much beer. I did some extracurricular things that I shouldn't have been. And
You want to elaborate on that, Paul?
No.
Okay.
But yeah, listen.
Fatty foods, is that what you're...
Well, smoke too much, do this a little too much. But no, I was just one of the boys, drink beer, play hockey, have fun.
When did you kind of know something wasn't right? And I mean instinctively, did you sense something's wrong?
Well, basically, I went to my doctor saying I got a sore throat. He goes, "It's a virus, get out of my office." Okay. But then in June or July, I went to him and I go, "Hey, look, I'm coughing up blood when I'm playing hockey."
Paul ended up in the office of an ear, nose, and throat specialist.
And within 5 minutes, the guy goes, "You're in trouble, big trouble. You've got a mass that is growing at the base of your tongue." And he goes, "It's so big, I can tell you now, we can't operate. And hopefully the radiation and chemo is going to work, but you're in big trouble."
Quickly after that, Paul met with Dr. Anna Spreafico, a medical oncologist at the Princess Margaret Cancer Center who specializes in early drug development and treats patients with head and neck cancer. She told him he had an advanced case of throat cancer.
So Paul is an incredible man. I met him about 2 years ago. It was evident Paul was quite unwell. He had lost a lot of weight because he was having a lot of difficulty in swallowing. And that's because this tumor was growing and was invading in through his tongue. And he was having a lot of pain. In addition to having lost a lot of weight, his voice was hoarse and he was having difficulty in speaking as well. So really a lot of symptoms that were impacting his quality of life when I met him.
How common is head and neck cancer?
It's not one of the most common cancers, such as breast cancer, for example, but unfortunately, it has been rising. And head and neck cancer is not only one cancer, but there's multiple subtype of cancer, and each type of cancer behave differently and responds to treatment differently.
I couldn't believe that I got sick. And I was in denial for a bit. Then all of a sudden, I better get with the program, right? But that's where I learned, like, attitude's half the battle on maintaining a positive attitude. And my kid was 15 at the time. He's 16 now, but I fought like heck to be around for him.
What were they telling you about your prognosis?
They said everything could go all right or should go okay, but they didn't emphasize that it may not. But, I'm going, it's 50-50 kind of thing.
What did that 50-50, though, mean for you when you pictured your life and when you pictured your son?
Well, I was determined to be on the right side of the 50.
When he presented, I immediately realized that Paul was a very determined man, and he was a man who did not want to settle. And Paul told me, I want to do whatever I can to live because I have a family and I have a life, and I loved it, and I want to, keep doing it, and I want to take back my life. He also had a very positive mindset. I had to explain to Paul we were going to go through 7 long weeks of treatment, during which he was going to have radiation every day, and I was going to follow him for chemotherapy. Because of that, we were going to create more problems, so more side effects that comes directly from patients undergoing chemo, and also enhancing, and so making, more prominent the side effects from radiation. And so I had to explain to him that it was going to be more tired. He could have changes in his bowel movement. We would burn the salivary gland and therefore having a thick mucus for which it would be even more difficult to swallow, create a lot of inflammation. It's almost like a sunburn inside.
It was challenging, to say the least. The journey was beyond challenging. One time I was in a ICU room because of complications. I'm going, this can't be good. This is not good.
Through all of this, what was that like, though, as a scared father, knowing this was in your body and could kill you?
Oh, it was tough. It's tough on the family and it's tough on the kids because as his father, I was there every day. Then all of a sudden, I'm not around. It really kind of spooked him. And that was tough. So every time my son came to visit, I'd make sure I looked good. I was clean shaven. My hair was cut and I had on fresh clothes and stuff. So, just did my best to put on a brave front. I've always driven him to school every day, but then for 6 months at least, I couldn't drive him. And my good friend Dave stepped up and drove him. Yeah.
You're a fortunate man. Good friends, good family.
Yeah.
You're so emotional talking about your friend stepping up.
Well, I'm lucky. I'm so lucky. Lucky to be here and the support from my friends and family.
Paul had to step back from running his real estate company, but not from the cause that had defined his family for generations. Since the 1950s, they'd run an annual golf tournament to support people living with Crohn's disease. He carried that tradition for 30 years, and even from a hospital bed, kept it going, making calls, giving directions, making sure it would happen.
And even when I was sick, I had a tube coming out here for breathing. I had the feeding tube.
Okay, that's determination, commitment. Did you feel, given what you were experiencing medically, you must have had to slow down on the grander scale in life? What was that like, slowing down?
Oh, I had no choice. I needed rest. I would sleep, and I just focused on getting better. I started hammering on the audiobooks about positive stuff, about getting over cancer, and listening to people's stories in their audiobooks and how they survived cancer, and a positive attitude and a determination. And that was a driving energy.
Paul got through the treatment and came out the other side in remission, but not without side effects.
I went from 180 pounds to 130.
Whoa, that's noticeable.
I went to this restaurant where I'd been going for 15, 16 years, and the hostess would see me every day. And when I got out of the hospital, I took my son for breakfast. And she goes, "Where would you like to sit, sir?" I go, "Mary, it's me." She goes, "Who?" And I could show you pictures. Like, I didn't realize how messed up I was. My son was just still a little spooked. I can't eat food still. I live off of smoothies. I can't chew and swallow. The radiation just changed things. Sometimes I can eat some stuff, but chewing after a while is a challenge. But I got to do exercises for stretching my mouth.
But what a massive life change, not to be able to go to that diner and order your,
bacon and eggs
breakfast.
with rye toast. I used to dream of cheeseburgers and crispy fries from Apache Burgers, or a nice steak with a baked potato. It's off the menu.
But you say that with a smile on your face, Paul. It's like, yeah, I've come to terms with it and I'm accepting it. I'm okay with it because I'm alive.
Because I'm here. I'm alive.
Wow.
I'm here. That's all I care about. And the quality of my life is good.
So life was better than it had been in that hospital bed with a breathing tube, but the relief came with a new kind of uncertainty. The possibility that microscopic traces of cancer could still be in his body. Something doctors call molecular residual disease, or MRD. I'll let Dr. Spreafico explain.
Molecular residual disease, like the word is saying, is that there are seeds or fragments of the DNA that the cancer cells have shed as released when they either overgrow and they die, and they are left behind. And those seeds of cancer, with time, may actually reform tumors.
The idea of cancer fragments in your blood, visually in my mind, makes me think of a fragment can move, can travel through the blood and put other parts of the body at risk. Am I close?
That is very much correct. So that's where the danger also stands, that these fragments are actually shedded, so release it into the circulation, and they can travel in any other organ of the body. And this is one of the way cancer can spread and become metastatic.
And what problem weren't traditional treatments dealing with then?
one issue that we have been having is that traditional methods to identify such fragments have not been there. For example, such fragments cannot be seen with CT scan or PET scan. Even, the most advanced radiological method cannot detect those fragments of cancer. Therefore, there are and have been in development ultra-sensitive methods to analyze the blood to detect those fragments. And that's what we call a liquid biopsy.
The test is called a liquid biopsy. It looks for traces of cancer in a simple blood draw, a tool that until recently didn't exist and is still being tested. The big question was whether it would show anything in Paul's blood.
So we were able to detect those fragments of DNA that the cancer had released in the bloodstream. So we knew that there could be a high chance that cancer along the way would grow back.
But what was interesting was Dr. Spreafico said there's not much more we can do except there's a trial drug that if you qualify, it may help get rid of the cancer.
Was it a crushing feeling when she said, we're doing all right on the one front, but we're still finding cancer fragments in your blood?
You're right. Crushing is the right word.
Paul went from the liquid biopsy trial to a trial for immunotherapy, a procedure that boosts the body's immune system to kill the cancer.
It was hope, and that hope gives one energy, encouragement, and strength to get over that.
So Paul found himself back in treatment again. He went in for regular IV infusions of immunotherapy, each visit lasting around 2 hours. And over the next 6 months, Paul waited and waited. So did Dr. Spreafico.
And when we received the results of the fact that, ctDNA was negative, it was obviously such a relief.
Did you get to tell him?
Yes.
How was that conversation?
It was fantastic. I saw a big smile in his face and in his wife's face. And some tears, because obviously undergoing the treatment and it was not easy neither. Therapies have side effects. His immunotherapy treatment had some side effects. But the fact that he saw the outcome of what we call it clearing the ctDNA.
It's a beautiful word.
Yes, was such a joy. And we continue on. Obviously, we have to remain vigilant and continue with the surveillance, but we remain hopeful.
How often do you have to be monitored? Just on the cancer side, you're good, you're clean right now?
Yeah. Every 6 months, Dr. Spreafico comes in, total checkup, lube oil, filter, everything. And I go through a battery of tests and x-rays and CAT scans. I've done 2 of those now, and they've been okay.
Tell me, though, how do you feel now? Not just physically, but emotionally.
I feel great. I will gladly share with anybody. There's a guy that's going through a similar situation now, and his friend asked me to reach out and help him a bit. And basically, I just want to give back, like kind of a pay it forward thing, and do the best I can.
Did it change you, cancer?
For sure it did. Physically, I'm not the same, but as a person, I'm a better person right now. I'm more aware spiritually and just compassionately wise with others. I know I was always determined in different life experiences that I've overcome, and I've had some other challenges, but not on the physical like what I just overcame.
Do you want to share any of that?
Can you put that off for a second? I don't want it recorded.
Yeah. Oh, you don't want it recorded at all.
Paul asks us to stop recording. Then tells me the story of a misspent youth. Let's just say that after a promising junior hockey career, Paul fell in with the wrong people. We don't have to go into detail, but I would like to know how that informed who you are today.
It just helped me realize that you got to be true to yourself and listen to your instinct and be authentic, because if you override your instinct or your authenticity, you're lying to yourself. And I refuse to do that. And if you live like that, the results can be astounding. Neil Young says you can learn from wasted time.
He sure did. He had some of his own too, and look at him now. But I think all of that, as you call it, your, wasted time or misspent youth, helped you when you needed it later in life, be strong when the chips were down in terms of your living or dying.
You're right. 100%. 110%.
And it made you a different person.
Well, the whole experience is, like, as I mentioned, more compassionate, more appreciative, and definitely slow down. Don't need to conquer the world in a day. I've developed all kinds of side effects like sleep apnea and all this other stuff. So I go to a sleep doctor. And the guy's 95 years old. Like, he just loves his job. And I go, I hope he makes it through my appointment. Well, he has more energy than I do. He was alive and kicking.
Wow.
And he goes, son, what side of the sod are you on? Like, what side of the grass? Well, I'm not 6 feet under. He goes, there, shut up, enjoy each day, appreciate it in a fun, polite way.
Are you on any drugs?
No drugs.
All right.
No drugs at all. I take supplements like nutritional good stuff that the doctors have helped me figure out what's best for me. And they work, like they're working. I put back 10 pounds. I'm now 140.
Fighting weight.
Fighting weight, that's right. I'm back to playing hockey twice a week. I go to a gym twice a week.
Tell me what it was like the first time you stepped back onto the ice after all of the treatment.
It was great. That first stride, it felt tremendous. It always does, the first stride. But then I realized I'm playing like crap, right? This isn't good. And I still don't play that well. I used to be always in the top 3. Now I'm in the bottom 3. But I don't care anymore. I just go out there, I exercise, I do my best. I still got a little bit of my magic left, but
You never give that up, Paul.
Nope.
You find it's more exhausting now on the muscles?
Actually, each week it gets better. It was exhausting.
Speaking of hockey, Paul is in the process of organizing another charity tournament. This time, a hockey tournament called Puck Cancer. What are you hoping Puck Cancer becomes?
Well, if we can raise $100,000 a year, that would be sweet. But we'll start with 20 or 30, and it's got to grow and cultivate. I've learned a lot from the golf tournament.
When you picture the future now, what do you picture first?
I'm going to live to 100 at least. And I just want to, contribute in a quality way with my work, the business I do, and help people. And I do a good job, so there's a benefit there. And it's very satisfying. Just be the best dad I can. And I've got lots of experience and throughout my life, and just share that with others.
What do you want your son to know about the man you've become through this?
Well, I think he's got a good idea that I'm innovative. I've landed on my feet, thank goodness. Maintain a positive attitude. Don't take shortcuts. Just do the best you can at all times. take calculated risks, but think about it. Don't jump into stuff blindly. You got to think of the upside, the downside, the consequences, all of that. So the next 33 plus years, yeah, I'm 67, so 33 more years, I just want to have fun, enjoy life.
It's a pretty good goal, I'd say.
Well, it's realistic.
And that obviously means you're well enough to travel. Is this something on the calendar?
Speaking of travel, I got a neat little story. So my friend calls me, goes, Paul, where you been? I go, I'm in the hospital. And he goes, what's up? I go, I'm pretty sick right now. So Azad goes, I want to meet you when you get out. So I go, we meet. He brings me a beautiful gift. And he goes, I want to send you and your family on a trip. I go, Azad, you don't need to do that. But the gift is more than enough. And he goes, no, I can do it. I believe in paying things forward. I'm doing fine. And last year, he sent my wife and I and son to Mexico.
Also, it's not just Mexico, from what I understand.
I'm going to Dubai for work, but
okay.
my plan is to bring my son there because I want him to see that culture, that society. And then my son's interested in foreign affairs, and then we'll stop at NATO in Brussels on the way back. Yeah, just, that's what he likes. That's what we're going to do.
That's a beautiful to-do list, sir. And also, I think you are living proof of paying it forward, honestly. It's just been such a pleasure to talk to you, to meet you, to hear your story, and thanks for your honesty and sharing it. You got a lucky kid.
Yeah. No, great to be here. And I mean that.
You've been listening to Carry the Fire from the Princess Margaret, a world-leading cancer research center. If you found this episode meaningful, please subscribe, rate, and leave us a review. To learn more, check the show notes and share this podcast with friends and family to help create a world free from the fear of cancer. I'm Lisa Laflamme. Thank you for listening.